Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's astrology update. I'm going to be talking about the energies of 2025, especially this March. And now is the time to prepare, align, and act. So you don't want to miss today's show. Like I said, today is Mercury Day. Mercury is the Dina Lord. What does that mean? That is the Lord of the day. And Mercury, his color is green, so I'm wearing green. You can also wear emeralds, his stone. It's also sacred to Lord Vishnu, who is the Adi Devata, who helps us with our mind today. And our Pratyadi Devata is Narayana. So these are just some energies that we can tap into to handle the more intellectual processes that need to be done today. And another thing that you can do, in addition to wearing green, and like I wear turquoise, for example, because I love turquoise, is that you can do a few mantras. I'll give you a couple now. Om Brahm Brim Brahm Sa Budaya Namaha. And you can do this mantra via a mala. It's 108 beads, and this can help you kind of start your day with prayer and intention so that you can prepare, you can align, you can act, and you can really use that intellect beautifully. So what that mantra does is it prepares your intellect for the day and it strengthens it. Okay. Another really good mantra that you can do today could be toward Lord Vishnu, who's the Adi Devata. He can help you with your mind, and that is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And that also strengthens the intellect and helps us see reality. Another great mantra that you can do today to prepare you for the energies is Lord Narayana, and he is the Pratyadi, the one who helps us with our spirit. He's also Lord of the universe, preserver of the universe, and the grand dreamer, the source from which all things came. And a very good mantra for him is Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. So those are just a few things that you can do to improve the intellect today, to help you prepare, to align, to act, to start making really good decisions for you and your loved ones moving forward. So I started off the show by saying this is Miercoles, or Mercury Day, okay? So because this is a Mercury ruled day and it asks us to use our intellect, our discernment, and our concentration, I'm going to go into those topics, okay, and how they relate to the current astrology. So these are the very tools that are going to help us navigate what we're all facing, especially if you're from the United States. So we're kind of going through some times of uncertainty, but know that knowledge is power, and that clarity can bring us a lot of survival. Okay. So if you've been paying attention to what's been going on, the United States is shifting into more fascism, into a kleptocracy, and it's very imperative to pay attention to your community resources right now. So if during the pandemic lockdowns, which is when we first had the beginning of this Pluto return, you found that there were a lot of local coalitions in your area, so maybe some mutual aid groups, some barter systems that you took part in, now is the time to really reinforce these networks, because Mercury is all about networking. It's also about finding those community members, because it does rule Gemini, and Gemini is all about our communities and our neighborhoods. Now, if you relied on government-backed safety nets, what do those look like? That's like Social Security, unemployment insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, other social programs. They are under direct attack under Project 2025. So if you have not read it, now is the time. My husband and I did a show on the Boomer Mill, why we left the United States. And we went into, I believe it's around 39 minutes in, we went into a list, a very short bulleted list on what we can expect. And those things are already rolling out now. So if you want to see that as a resource, you can do that. We got all of our stuff from MIT and the Pew Research Center. So it's fully backed, okay? So here's a few key policies. I'll just give you a few right now, because today is the day to use our intellect very strategically so that we can create that safe haven for ourselves, okay? So there will be Medicaid and Medicare rollbacks, all right? That's going to reduce our access to healthcare and mental health services as a country. Now, if you are reliant on private insurances and things like that, okay, but If it affects over 100 million people, it will affect the community. So that's very important to keep in mind, okay? There will also be cuts to Social Security. Retirement and disability benefits will be limited or privatized. That's already also coming out. There will be some deregulation of our housing markets. That's going to be shown by the eclipses, and I'll go into that. There's going to be fewer tenant protections, and we can expect rents to go up more. There's going to be a gutting of workers' rights. So that's another thing we need to pay attention to. There's going to be weakened labor protections, and that's going to make layoffs and wage inequality a lot, theft, in my opinion, easier for corporations, okay? We can also expect increased government surveillance, all right? That's going to restrict a lot of free speech, journalism, and dissent, and that's going to be with the coming eclipses as well. So as we all know, these policies do not support your well-being. They don't support any of us. They serve the elite. So today is a day to act. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. You can either strengthen your local support system, especially if you had that during COVID times, or you can relocate to a place like Jonathan and I did where such structures still exist, okay? Or you can take what assets you have and make the absolute most of them, okay? So I talk about the eclipses, okay, because they offer a turning point in what's going on and what we're. All right, so let's get into the eclipse cycle and the turning point that that's causing. So for the past 18 months, the eclipses have activated our 10th house. This is the United States, 10th house of government, leadership, and economy, and the 4th house of home, housing, and family stability, okay? So the last time we kind of experienced this was 2008, 2009. All right, so this was a period marked by a financial crash, mass foreclosures, and corporate bailouts. So we're facing another major reckoning, and this time there isn't going to be a big safety net for us. So we need to keep that in mind. That's why I said community coalitions or maybe moving to a place that serves you, okay? Now, I'm getting into the eclipses coming this month. We have a major one, it's a lunar one, happening in Uttara Phalguni nakshatra. This is my husband's moon. I'm very familiar with it. So this eclipse is going to be activated by Ketu in the 10th house of careers. That can disrupt jobs, leaderships, economic structures. We can see a wave of more layoffs, corporate restructuring, a loss of faith in traditional career paths. We went through this in 2008 as well with the collapse of the middle class. So Ketu is asking you, that's the South Node, to detach from these outdated systems and know that the illusion of job security is just that. It's an illusion, okay? So the wise among you, the ones you're using those beautiful intellects, you will adapt, you can learn new skills, and you can prepare for these economic shifts, okay? Then on March 29th, we have a solar eclipse, and that is occurring in Purva Bhadrapada. Now, this is a very rare and intense stellium eclipse. What's a stellium? It involves more than one planetary body. All right, it's going to involve Rahu, that's the north node, the sun and moon, because it is a new moon eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse, Neptune, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and Saturn. Okay, so Saturn will also be entering Pisces on that day. So this is going to bring a lot of instability in our housing and economic markets. So what can we expect? Housing market crashes, that's increased evictions, foreclosures, and rising homelessness. We can expect a lot of financial deception to come out of this. That's illusions of stability will be shattered. Hidden debts will be revealed. There are going to be some supply chain disruptions. We're already seeing that through the tariffs. So food and basic necessities will become more expensive or scarce. There's going to be a lot of mental health struggles coming out during this time because there are so many planets involved. And Neptune's influence creates mass confusion, deception, and collective anxiety as well. So after this eclipse on the 29th, Rahu and Ketu are going to shift to the 3rd and 9th houses. This is the media, 3rd house, and then the higher institutions, the 9th house. And those will be eclipsed over the next 18 months. And we're already seeing signs of this starting to take root. This is going to lead to increased censorship and media blackouts. Misinformation and state-controlled narratives are going to become more common. There will be attacks on education and critical thought. We're already seeing that in our colleges for students that are trying to protest. They're saying, look, we're just going to expel you if you voice your opinion, your mind. That's free speech, okay? You can expect some escalating global conflicts and ideological warfare going on. We saw that with the last meeting that the United States had with Ukraine. So what can you do? That's the most important thing that you can ask yourself as we go through these major astrological events. The last time we had a huge stellium like this was COVID, okay? So today's moon, and that's what inspired today's post, okay? It's in Krittika nakshatra. Krittika is ruled by, it's a very powerful nakshatra. It's ruled by the sun, and it represents a flaming sword. So it's our instinct as humans to form communities, and we are not meant to navigate this alone. Okay, so know that when you are alone, you can feel a little powerless. Now, this moon is in Krittika, the moon today. It is urging you to cut through the illusions that are being presented and see the truth of your future, our future. Okay, we can no longer rely on old sources. Believe what you see, not what you are told. That's the best thing I can say with the coming eclipses, okay? The biblical verse that comes to mind is John 8:32. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, okay? Another one from the Gita that I think will be helpful is, even if you have the strength of 1,000 elephants, you must still hold on tight to your Dharma. Dharma is stay true to your path, stay true to truth, okay? The Quran states that when the day of judgment comes, you will be asked what you did with your knowledge. And today is a day of intellect. So focus on your intellect when it comes to making those decisions for you and your loved ones moving forward. And in the Torah, it said, justice you shall pursue so that you may live. So pursue justice, pursue Dharma. Try to find those communities with like-minded goals and mindsets, because those are the people, those are your tribe. Those are the ones that you can rely on and form a coalition with to deal with this rising elite class, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull a tarot card and see what the guides have regarding that. All right, let's see. What do you guys have? Oh, this is perfect. I love it when they do this. Okay, I got the Two of Wands. You see how he's holding the world? Okay, so the Two of Wands. This is the crossroads of our destiny. Okay, you guys get to make your destiny. Okay, this is all about planning. This is all about vision. This is all about the power of your choices. We're at a crucial step in March of 2025. And this card is a reminder that you are not powerless. We are not powerless. If we act with intention, if we act with strategy, if we wish to navigate the shifting landscape ahead, just like this figure standing in the card, you can see him. He's at the edge of a vast horizon. He's holding the world in his hands. You must think beyond your immediate environment and prepare for long-term changes, because these eclipses that are happening in the 10th and 4th houses mark the end of an old structure and the rise of something new. And if you fail to prepare, you may find yourselves at forces that are beyond your control. Okay, that's the best thing that I can tell you. This card is asking you to take control of your fate. If you watched the State of the Union last night, what did the Democrats do for you? They sat there with paddle boards that said, they stole the election. And they watched as the one guy who stood up and said, no, you're lying. This is wrong. He was fact checking him IRL, and they got security to take him out of the building. And did you see a single person come to his aid? No. What does that tell us? That tells us that it is in our hands. It's in our community's hands, and it's in our family's hands. The government does not have a safety net to catch us this time. Okay? So do not wait for external validation. Trust what you see unfolding. Open your eyes to the truth, okay? The time for hesitation is absolutely over, okay? The eclipses are coming this month. Please don't stay in an unstable system hoping that it won't collapse, okay? Please plan your next steps wisely, and you can step into your power, and you can see through, you can sail through this, all right? A few verses that come to mind that I think can help you through this. Proverbs 22:3. Oh gosh, the prudent sees danger and hides himself, but the simple go on and suffer for it. Okay. Another proverb that comes to mind: a man's steps are ordered by the Lord. How then can man understand his way? So please try to understand your way. Make plans. Make world moving plans for you and your family. Okay. The Quran says, "Do they not travel through the land so that their minds gain wisdom and their ears may learn to hear?" Okay. This is just all Two of Wands energy. This is what they presented me with, and these are just a few of the verses that came to mind when I woke up this morning from. It's a very interesting dream. Okay. The Bhagavad Gita, that's one of my favorite texts. It's you have the right to work, but never to the fruit of work. So you must work for yourself. You must do this for your families moving forward. These scriptures, they point to foresight. They point to awareness, self-awareness. They also point toward detachment from false security systems. Okay. These are all essential as you move into this next chapter, especially with the eclipse on the 14th and the second one on the 29th that are going to open up the doors for this. Okay. The Two of Wands. This is your call to plan. This is your call to act and step boldly into your new future. My husband and I did it. We moved to Mexico because we saw this coming. Astrology. All right. So I'm going to give you an action plan if you don't have one already, because I love you and I care about you and I want the absolute best for you moving forward. 1, develop, this is your planning card, okay? Develop your community. Find like-minded individuals who can trade, barter, and support one another. If you don't have that in your community, move to one that does, like we did, okay? Secure your resources. Access to food, water, and shelter will be absolutely paramount. Okay. Strengthen your skills. Learn self-sufficiency, whether it's gardening, financial literacy, or survival skills. Wherever you shine, learn that so that you can give it to the group or the collective that you're participating in. Prepare for a lot of disinformation. We're already getting it now. Trust your intuition and question everything, because the third house is going to get eclipsed. Okay. Move if necessary. That's what my husband and I did. If your area is vulnerable like ours was, align yourself and relocate before it's too late. I offer astrocartography services, and I can help you find a place if you're a little confused as to where your energies are best found. Okay. March is going to be a very pivotal month for us. So you must wake up and align yourself with the truth, because your future and your family's future depends on it. Okay. Thank you for letting me do that. Please know that this comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of concern. I'm sorry. And it comes from a heavy heart. But know that if you're able to take your emotional state out of this, if you're able to rise above this, use your intellect and bond together as a community, we can see a light at the end of this tunnel. And know that my husband and I, we pray for everyone in the United States every day. And we love you so much. And we're so sorry that this is going to affect some of you more than others. And know that we are going to be holding you in our hearts. And that we love you. Oh. So I ask today that you please step into your power, and that you make these decisions for yourselves and not rely on these false narratives that we're being fed. Okay, I'm going to give you guys some mantras to help you as you plan today, because we need to come from a place of strength and collaboration. Okay, first mantra I'm going to give you, I gave you at the beginning of the show, I'm going to give it to you again. And this is for Lord Vishnu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And as you say that mantra, imagine your spirit of preservation becoming activated, and you're preserving your soul, you're preserving your resources, because he is the great preserver. I'm going to go ahead and give you another one, and this one is for Lord Shiva, and it helps us through difficult times. And this is just for you, okay? Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukamiva Vantanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukamiva Vantanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukamiva Vantanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. I hope those help you today. Please know that I am coming from a place of love and concern and compassion for all of you. And thank you for the hug, Mary. I needed that, because we're going through a lot. And thank you for the hug, Risa. I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful for this community. I'm thankful for community during times like this. And Mary says, thank you for warning us. Everyone needs to prepare. You are no holds bar on this subject, and appreciate that you have so much courage. I know it doesn't make me very popular, guys, but it's because I love you. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here because I care about you, okay? And Rose Blue, you said you started tossing things out yesterday. Bag up, won't have time to sell. Well, give it some time. You've got this. There is still time, because Venus is going retrograde, and that's in the fourth house of the United States. So if you have big stuff, you can do that. But just to let you know, we donated most of our things, including our car, when we left. Okay, and our house, that was a whole other debacle. So, and then thank you thank you, Mary, for your encouragement. I really appreciate that a lot. It takes a lot for me to do this, because it comes from a very deep emotional place in me. Teresa says, that's beautiful. I'm happy I came to watch your channel. Thank you. And I love you too, Nicole, very much. Big group hug, everyone. Big group hug. We've got this. It's going to be okay, because we have our community. And even though they have the upper hand right now, know that that's temporary, and know that there is more of us and less of them. And if we band together and we support each other through this, we can make it. Okay. So like I said, please develop that community. My husband and I are always a resource for you. Okay. I gave you guys an action plan today. I hope that you use it, you take it seriously, and that you're paying attention to your environment as you move forward. Okay. And it's lovely to see you, Erin. Thank you, honey. Every cell in your being is pure love and care. Well, I attracted all of you, and that's why we're all here together, to support each other through this. Okay. All right. And then Rose Blue says, I see my parents soon. I know my mom needs help with dad. I'm going to say I need to move in and pay rent. Okay. Well, you do what you can, especially with your family moving forward. Also know that our healthcare systems are also going to be compromised with this new elite class coming in. So it's important that we take care of that. Like I told you, this is happening on my husband's moon, and we moved to another country, and that's when his health really started to decline. And I'm very glad that we did, because he has much better healthcare here in Mexico than he did in the States. It's much more affordable. We went to a doctor's appointment the other day. It was $50. $50 for a full diagnosis. His medications, just take a zero off. I mean, we're very blessed to live here, and please reach out if you guys need help. I discounted all of my services. I'm also starting big groups where we can meet up on Zoom and just talk and try to get some direction moving forward as well. So, and Nicole says, yes, I have a son with type 1 diabetes. I'm trying to figure out natural remedies. Oh, that's terrible, but you have to do that, sweetie. Know that if you maybe research other, like I said, I got this beautiful Two of Wands. Okay, this is all about planning. He's looking at the world. That other countries don't do this to their populations. They pay for the Medicare and Medicaid. It's built into the system. The United States, it's that concept just isn't here. I liken this, I know it sounds not the best example, but if you have a flock of sheep or of cattle, and one of them gets sick, and you don't immunize that sheep or that cattle, all of them get sick and you lose the whole herd. They don't even have enough sense to do that in our country anymore. So, and then Rooted Willow, I'm thinking about growing a garden. Oh, that's beautiful. A community garden where you can share those beautiful fruits and vegetables and things like that. If we think about community, that is the utmost thing that we can do, especially if you have a big support system where you are. We love our gardeners here, our farmers. They're amazing. And then, yeah, so, and then the VA hospital is 3 miles from my parents' home. Okay, that's wonderful. So, yes, Mary, things have been going. It's been a very slow decline since 2008 and even before that. So thank you for putting up with me today, guys. Know that I do come from a place of love and of care, and that I will be here tomorrow with more ideas. I welcome you to email me with any ideas you have or topics that you want me to cover, because I think it's more important now than ever that we stick together as light workers, as empaths, as people that are living in spirit, so that we can be a resource for one another, whether online or IRL. That both of those things need to happen. Okay, so Teresa says, I'm on social SSDI and I don't know what I'm going to do. That's what my husband was on. So we moved to Mexico where our rent is cheaper, our food is cheaper, okay? And we can work from home and learn a skill, okay? I might even start giving coaching on how you guys can work from home if you're interested in that. Because people that are on Social Security, as you know, there's a lot of disinformation coming out about that and they're going after it, okay? So we have to develop alternative plans to support ourselves. Now, luckily, I have enough tech skills to where I can support my husband moving forward, and our bills have come down substantially since moving out of the United States. We made a plan, we got out. Please make a plan for yourself, Teresa, okay? Because I would absolutely hate to see some of you suffer because of this, okay? That would break my heart, okay? All right. Oh, all right, so I think I'm gonna lose it, you guys, so I have to go. But know that I love you and that I will see you tomorrow. I hope that you can join us. And if you have any topic that you would like me to cover, as you guys know, I'm a big researcher. I can look into it for you. I can provide you guys with some plans moving forward. And Jonathan and I hope to be a resource. Okay, I'm sending you so much love. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Love.
Sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom flows through